Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. The tick-tock, it just won't stop. Roll call. Roll call. I noticed a lot of people when they get on here, they sit around and wait for viewers and people to get on to hear their message. Mine's a little bit different. I wait on the security. I wait on the airlines. I wouldn't mind if I had an easier and delightful journey. Being in my happy place. Being in a comfort zone. I wish I could have that. But I guess the universe said, wish on. But one thing you can believe, I get that here. I get all my peace, my meditation, gravitation. I don't get hesitation. I get recessination and recessibility. I love God. I love me, and I love my life. And I want to give a shout out. I want to dedicate this one to Lynn Toller. Judge Lynn Toller. She said, watch this one. I don't know if she watched it now, but I mean, she told me to. Now, I mean, I get a little bit of understanding, I thought I had this. I thought I had this one. I thought this was in my repertoire. I guess I didn't. But when they said asked and you shall receive, guess what? It showed up in that little slot. It showed up. I got it. What I really want is Roadhouse. That's what I want, Roadhouse. I want to add Roadhouse to my repertoire. Roadhouse. Man, I got people, looking out for me, advising me, got my back, and I didn't even realize it. I didn't know this lady had me like that. She got my back. There are certain things that had happened in my life, especially in the woods, where, and this is no joke, if I get in the woods and stand still and people will walk right, I'm serious. This is on God, man. If I done done it, I go in there and doing all this testing, I was in the woods, didn't have no special. I just stood still right beside a tree, and they walked right by me like I wasn't there. No joke. This done happened several times. Camouflage. Man, this explains a lot. This explains a lot, and it explains, a lot of experimenting, experimenting, and these brilliant doctors, I guess these mad scientists, I'll put it like that. The mad scientists, they want you to sign a contract, we gonna help you. We're gonna do some experimentation on your body, but this all about you now. We gonna make you better. The $6 million man. Remember that? The $6 million man. This was back in the 70s. The six. And I wonder, did they really have a $6 million man? Robotics, yeah, we seen what robotics can do. The fastest man in the world, a white guy with the $6 million legs. The fastest man in the world, a white guy. And we see, when you're a mad scientist and you get the wrong people to do the right job, guess what's gonna happen? It's just not gonna end up. I mean, whatever. And just actually, what happened to the fastest man in the world, the $6 million legs? Ask, what happened to him? After that episode, it just didn't go right. That's when you mess with. That's when you get to mess with human genetics and these mad scientists. Now we gonna write up this contract. You have a clause that you can't come back and sue us, and you can't talk about us, and this is hush hush. You can't say anything. Cloning, genetics, man. This is what you end up with. Cloning and genetics, test tubes, babies, a pandemic. You can't figure it out. Man, good movie though. Good movie. Now I know what she was saying. She was, but you get some people, on this decoding secret messages, and some of them are good. Some of them, I don't, I question. They'll claim they the world greatest, but they imitated. Oh boy, just imitators, but they are the royal greatest. But something else I didn't know. I didn't realize that and this is the thing. I didn't know this until I was informed that there have been and there are a lot of famous people come to our little park, to exercise and test their skills. And famous people, they sneak in and they sneak out. They don't. I noticed that. I didn't. A lot. They in that safety mode, man. They just come in, don't make no fuss, and they just ease on out. Come in and they exercise, do their thing, and a hidden agenda. A lot of famous, but come to our park to exercise. Men and women, famous athletes. They, and I noticed that yesterday. I didn't say nothing. Man, famous people come in to exercise. They keep it down low now. And I'm just wondering how, I was informed, yeah, they do that. I mean, famous, they want to come and exercise. They want to rock the hill. They want to do it without a pill. Yeah. Famous people. They disguise, they low key, hidden agendas. And I didn't realize, I don't go looking for fame. That fame don't excite me. I met a lot of them on FaceTime. It's just another day in the office to me. But I didn't know they was coming to the park, to resonate. I didn't know that until yesterday. I seen one. Hey, I'm gonna keep my mouth closed on that. Man, what a world. I want to give a shout out to Adidas. Man, that may be a part of it. Adidas and Skechers. I want to give a shout out. Cha-ching! Man. But you got to understand that Meridian it's located right in the center of a lot of things between Atlanta. You got New Orleans. You got Nashville. You got Memphis. You got Biloxi, you got Mobile, you got we surrounded by a lot of talent. And we are right here, dead center in the middle. Perfect for a distributor. And the thing is, you can do it and be back in one day. It's perfect for a distributor if you're in the South. But I don't know about the Carolinas, but I'm talking about the biggest hitters in the South, the biggest cities. About 7-8 hours from Houston and Dallas. Man. But we were right dead in the center of a lot of famous people, and uh, that comes through him. And people don't realize. I mean, this is a major hub. It used to be a major transportation hub. It used to be. Used to be. But we are right dead in the middle of all these metropolitan global incomers, karmas, right slap dead in the middle of it. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, when I go, yeah, I see a lot of Canada. You see Canada. You see them from all over. Louisiana, Texas, Georgia, Florida. Yeah, you see, and I used to be surprised, and you see a lot of North Carolinians. They come over here to sneak in our little park, just break a sweat. They come over here to get wet, test the ground, sneak in and sneak out. But I noticed, I seen it for myself yesterday, man. But when you do it right, you come in, don't nobody notice it, nobody's paying attention. That's what I like about it. But anyway, if you want action from the beginning to the end, action, just, man. And ladies, this is your man right here. This is your man right here. I mean, action, man. Action. Yeah. Around here, when I see them, the zombies, they on the phone trying to steal money. And it's sad to say, I hate saying this, but it hurts my heart. But 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be a young black male. Out of all these people now. There you go. He getting that phone out. Some of them try to hide, and some of them just don't give a damn. They getting that phone out, and they that's a no thinking mind. And they really, you really don't care. They don't care. They stealing somebody's money. It could be your grandmama, your mama, your dad, your uncle, your auntie. They don't care. And I imagine it's a way of life. But they can't be getting too much because they don't get as rich as like them Africans, boy, them Nigerians, boy. They get rich. But how else can you earn a living when you don't have a job? You don't work. You're not trying to. That's the part I'm trying to figure out. I don't understand it. But it's sad. Everybody else going on their way, and but it was bad. I mean, it's better than what it was because Normal, everybody. I could go in Walmart, everybody, and they trying to be sneaky with it. And I've been speaking of this for 4 or 5 years now. Once I figure out what they were doing, and once I figure out that innocent somebody grandmama, this elderly white lady in Walmart, she just rung her stuff up at the counter, her food. And cause she went to the customer service desk and said, "Where my money?" I'm not kidding. This elderly white woman. I don't know what happened after that. I know that woman went over there to that desk and said, "Where my money?" That's when I realized we got a problem. Where my money? I mean, that could have been your mama, your grandmama, your daddy, your uncle, your auntie. But I mean, it's a problem. I mean, it is a problem. My eyes tucked away. Man, it just sad. It's sad. It's sad that I have to even sit back and get in camouflage. And last week the guy was right in front of me and didn't even know it. What? But I keep telling you, you might as well smile because you're on candid camera. Whether you realize it or not, you are on candid camera. But they don't care about that. Man, I'm smiling in front of 250. That's sick. That's you. I mean, you got the CIA, the FBI, the DEA. You got all these folks watching you, because and part of that 250, they gonna be in it. And I keep telling they don't give a damn about that. They just, man, 250. That's a mindset. You don't need a phone. I mean, 'cause that phone, just imagine how many, and the prisons just keep getting bigger. They want to build more. And just imagine how many people that got caught in these situations just because the phone has got them hooked. I mean, that phone is like crack. Man, that phone is like crack. They got to keep coming back. They hooked. It's addicting, and they got them. They got them. They got them. And but that's the thing. The phone can be your hero, and it can also make you a zero. What is it? 5 by 5, 5 by. I don't know. I ain't never been to prison. I don't know. Never. I had to work. These young guys out here, I guess everybody figure out a way, and that's the reason why you got more people walking around like zombies now and working. And they talking about bringing these jobs back, man. These people got a mindset, They rather sit on their butt They rather, but if they get a job, they want a job that they're gonna pay them $25, $30 an hour, and they don't want to do the job. A lot of them go get one paycheck. They go get, man, I'm paid. I'm quitting. Well, and I want to ask you, I know they talking about eliminating Social Security, but think about this here. And I don't even know if you have that mindset if you're going to get old or not. But what if you get old? And when you get old, your mom and dad, they dead. They gone. Who you gonna have that'll sponge off then? If you inherit the house, you're gonna lose it because you too sorry that you're not gonna have an income when you get old. Disabled, you're not gonna have none of that. So what you think you're gonna have to looking forward to? And a lot of people I knew back then that don't want to work, didn't work. What you gonna have forward to when you get old? What you gonna have? The mind is a terrible thing to waste, and it's a waste product, man. It's just a lot of people don't use it, boy. They don't think that far. Because I didn't think that far. I didn't realize I was gonna hit. I didn't realize I was gonna hit 60. When you're a black man living in America, especially in the hood, shoot, your life expectancy dwindles. It does. You got more challenges. If you are in that realm, you have more challenges than anybody on this planet. Unless you're over there in Europe in them war zones, they talk about Chicago. You need to look at Europe. That's danger. The most dangerous. Look what's going on now. Chicago can't touch Europe. Man, and that's crazy. And this been going on for generations after generations and after generations after generations. It's gonna be a wall somewhere over there. Somewhere. But they want to make it like Chicago is a war zone. Man, you go there and you want to talk about it, a war zone. I was looking at snippets of that, Ukraine and Russia. Man. And it's been like that forever. When has it never been like that? That just an excuse to, but that's a dangerous zone. But most these youth, they have been put into that zone. When you're the richest country, you got more billionaires than man. Everybody should eat. Should nobody have to be suffering. Nobody. No one. No one in this silver zone. No one. Nobody. The only problem you face is, like if you look back in history, is this when they use you uh, as a sacrifice, a sacrifice. I mean, that's when you should be facing problems when you are chosen. You the chosen one. You chosen to be a sacrifice. A lot of people don't realize that. They keep talking about the chose. Yeah, you chose to be a sacrifice for somebody's agenda. you know, but the richest country in the world, where you got homeless, people living on the street, people digging in garbage cans, man, that's, you know, so these restaurants, they throw away all of that food. Why don't they give that food to the food banks and and give it to the people? Give it instead of throwing it away. It's a lot of nonsense, boy. I don't know. They throw it away. They rather throw it away than give it to the needy. The richest country in the world right now. I don't understand it. But this is and when you start have that mindset like that, this is what you're gonna end up with. Curses, curses. You this is your way of being cursed and you don't know it. Because you go anywhere, go to Walmart, go to Walmart right now. I guarantee you're going to see a whole heap of zombies up in there. They don't realize they zombies, but you're going to see them. Go anywhere. Any event, zombies. They, and they trained me to pick out the zombies, and that's what I do some of the time. I pick out the zombies now. Make sure you put them on Google. Put the zombies on. Let them be known. We want to FaceTime these jokers, zombies. You wouldn't know them if you didn't have that trained eye to spot them. And I'm surrounded by them. I had to use my trained eye just a little while ago. Zombies, hanging out on the corner. I just use my God given gift, and this and and that's where it helps you to be a blessing. And it's not about testing. I mean, these are things that I realized that I could do 2 or 3 years ago. Man, sometimes I question myself, who am I? What am I? I'm not joking, man. A lot of times I scare myself. And when I discover, when I sit back here and discover some of the things that I'm capable of doing, man, man, I scare myself. I ain't gonna lie. That's on God. I mean, I wonder did the mad scientists knew that this was coming? Now don't tell nobody. Now you done signed that clause. You can't sue me. Good movie, man. That's action. Action. Now I would advise you with this baby. Watch this in the movies. Make sure you got one hell of a theater room, man. This was made for that. This was made the kind of action. I mean, action. This joker had you all stretched out in the seat. I'm serious, man. This boy, that sound and that action, man. The pandemic. If we do have another pandemic, I would advise if you stuck in the house, man, get you a good where you want to not watch Netflix and all this, a good theater system. I'm telling you. Good movie. And once again, thank you, Judge, your sweet self. You're so sweet. You got the world thinking one way. Judge, she got the world. That's a sweet lady. I'm going to hear you up one day, though. Don't tell nobody that. Anyway, I love you, Judge. Thank you. Y'all have a blessed day.